Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Know Your Mojo Sports Edition. I'm Julian. I'm back with Noah again this week.
What's up, Julian?
Noah, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm hanging out. It's Friday, so I bet you're pretty excited about that.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, seriously, man. I look forward to these Fridays now. I mean, Friday is always a really cool day, but now when you get to do sports trivia, I don't know, I kind of rock with that.
Friday's the day for sports trivia. We all know this.
Yes,
it's
for
the
sure.
day to do it.
That is the day. Set your monitors, set your alarms, subscribe. Yes, subscribe to MojoTalks and hit the bell icon if you haven't already. All that jazz and all that. Subscribe to all that, and then you'll be on some sports trivia. But if for all the first timers watching this game for the very first time, if you don't know the rules, we got 10 questions. If you get the answer right first, Noah is going to be on our chat, and he is going to name you and name the answer out. And if you stay tuned, you'll figure out how to win some prizes, some Mojo merch.
That's what I'm talking about.
I do like the Mojo merch.
Mojo merch, alliterative.
Exactly. So I don't think we need to waste any more time. We can get straight to these questions. Am I right?
Let's get into it. Let's
start doing it. Question numero uno. Which NFL team will be featured on this year's HBO show, Hard Knocks? Hard Knocks is this really cool show where HBO follows an NFL team. Every preseason they do this, and you get some really funny content out of it. I believe we do have a clip of a particular funny moment from a couple years ago on Hard Knocks where they went with the New York Jets. So if we can, let's see that clip.
In shot of it. Here we go. There it is, right there. There it is.
Yeah, I'm cool. It's actually Dustin, so I was just trying it out.
Yep, that's with the New York Jets from a couple years ago, playing around with a shake weight. Noah, do we have the answer?
We actually do. It came to Big Jactus, a winner of our sports trivia episode
Serial
last week.
winner, the Big Jactus.
And he says the Browns, the Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Browns are on this year's edition of Hard Knocks. Episode 1, I believe, aired this week, and they're getting a lot of attention, obviously. They have the #1 overall pick in the draft. They drafted Baker Mayfield, and he looked all right in preseason. So, yeah, congratulations to you, the Big Jactus. Question number 2.
Yes.
Which Premier League team will be wearing the jerseys that we're going to be showing up here in just a second during this coming season, 2018-2019. If you may have noticed, I happen to be wearing a kit from Manchester United, a club that I believe to be the greatest in the world. Matter of opinion, maybe. Some people in the chat may be Man City fans. Some of you guys may be Liverpool fans. Who knows? But Manchester United is the club for me.
We have room for all fans of football, as it's called here. This is a football safe zone.
Or across the pond.
Oh, across the pond. I'm not going to get into the accents.
No. Oh, really? You're not going to do the impressions thing today? I thought you were really good at those.
I am the impressions guy, but that's for Noah's impressions. Tune into Junior Mojo to see those. And speaking of which, speaking of segues, the Big Jactus with the repeat. Pronouncing correctly.
You are, in fact, pronouncing it correctly. Tottenham Hotspur is the answer here. One thing I'm kind of curious about with the Big Jactus, I wonder if he's going to try to get every single one of these answers right.
I really hope he does. I don't think we've ever had it where someone has gotten every single question, not only right, but like is the first one to have gotten it.
Right.
So I have high hopes for the Big Jactus.
Should be like a special achievement if you do something like that.
Yeah. Shouts out to the Big Jactus.
Shout out to the Big Jactus, 2 for 2 so far. Question number 3. Which NBA player is the executive producer of an upcoming documentary 3-part series on Showtime called Shut Up and Dribble? Bit of a long one. Bit of a more political one.
Really?
But yeah, this NBA player just signed on as an executive producer for this documentary series that's going to be up on Showtime. If you need a hint, the title of the series comes from a comment made by a Fox News anchor named Laura and Graham, which features the answer. Yeah, I know you're kind of wincing a little bit. The Fox News thing, right?
Yeah, Laura Ingraham. She's the worst. I mean, those guys are all kind of the worst, but she is especially one of the worst.
Yeah.
One of the most egregiously worst, I would say.
Yeah, so this person took exception to the athlete in question, who I hope we get this person's answer, the person who got the answer right in just a moment. But yeah, took exception to this particular athlete, and this athlete is deciding, hey, you know what? I'm not just gonna shut up and dribble. Do we have the answer?
We actually do, courtesy of David Woodley, who spelled it LeBron Jays, but it's he said LeBron
Jays?
LeBron Jaes. It's LeBron James, but it's legible enough, so I will accept that. I
So
think that's
Noah,
okay.
being our moderator here, if you deem that to be acceptable, I will side with you, my friend.
Yes.
By the way, you're wearing an InSync shirt.
I am. Again, it's
That's
Friday.
actually kind of cool, considering earlier in the week you had that one Know Your Mojo episode with Danielle, and you guys were talking about Lance Bass.
Yes,
as an answer.
That's true.
There was a whole little mini debate about the Backstreet Boys and InSync.
Yes, I brought that up, and I was actually really sad that I wasn't wearing this shirt at the time, but now I am, so I'm making up for that.
All right, let's get to question 4. Congrats to David Willey on question 3.
Yes.
Question 4. What song is used in the Buffalo Sabres goal horn? They brought this in a couple years ago. I believe we do have video for the actual song. Let's hear it. We want the answer to this question. So there we go. That's Jack Eichel scoring a goal for the Buffalo Sabres. That's the first time they had ever played that particular goal song, and 3 years later, it's still going strong for the Buffalo Sabres. This song, we just want the song title. We don't necessarily need the artist behind it.
And I would say that, given that criteria, we have gotten it courtesy of Lindsay Richardson, who says, "Let me clear my throat."
What? Let me clear my throat from 1996 from DJ Cool. Shout out to you, Lindsay Richardson. It's quite a nice name.
It's rolls off the tongue quite pleasantly.
Yeah, I like to think so.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so congratulations to you, Lindsay. You get question 4 right. Question number 5. Let's move over to the NFL. Which 2 NFL wide receivers were inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2018? A couple days ago, the induction ceremony took place, and 2 very well-known wide receivers were inducted into this year's Hall of Fame class. Very distinct personalities for these 2.
What's kind of the? I don't want to say too much because I feel like it might be giving it away, but it's quite an honor, I'd imagine.
Oh, it's absolutely an honor to be considered a Hall of Famer in any sport that you play, but especially in the NFL. But in this particular case, these 2 athletes at the top of their sport for so long. They played a lot, not necessarily on the same team, but their eras kind of clash amongst each other. And both personalities, again, one of them working at ESPN now, the other one kind of just doing their own thing. They really did their own thing this year at the Hall of Fame class. Do we have the answers?
We do. Another one courtesy of David Woodley, who has again included a small typo, but again, it is legible. I understand what the answer is, so that's fine for me.
Fair.
And it is Terrell Owens and Randy Moss.
Yes.
But he has actually spelled it Terrell Owens.
Terrell.
T-E-R-O-L. It's T-E-R-R-O-L, Owens. Which,
Terrell.
you know what, it's close enough, Julian.
So it's like to roll, Ellen.
Yeah.
Owens.
Do a barrel roll. Right?
Keep rolling. Isn't that like the Limp Bizkit song?
Josh Brolin. Come on. Deadpool 2, Avengers Infinity War. Big year for Josh
I still
Brolin.
have not watched Deadpool 2. I'm
Really?
a terrible person.
Well, you should. I'm not the hugest Deadpool guy, but I'm a big fan of Josh Brolin and Ryan Reynolds, so that's like peanut butter and honey, I would say.
For sure. And Josh Brolin already killing it this year with his role Thanos. But yes,
Shouts out to Josh Brolin.
Yeah, shout out to you, David Woodley. Randy Moss and Terrell Owens are the answer to question 5. Question number 6, a baseball question. Vladimir Guerrero was recently inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. A lot of Hall of Fame questions. As a member of the Los Angeles Angels, or you may remember them as the Anaheim Angels. Which team did he begin his career with? Baseball one. Really good baseball one.
Yeah, if you know anything about us, this is, it hits quite close to home.
Yes.
So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yes. Absolutely. So, I mean, like, come on here. If you guys don't get this one, come on. Do we have the answer here?
Not yet. We're still waiting. We're still waiting on it. And actually, no, we are not, because the Big Jactus has answered the Expos.
We're waiting for the Big Jactus to come through. The Montreal Expos is the team Vladimir Guerrero played for from 1996 to 2003, then goes over to the Angels in free agency, wins his first ever MVP award in 2004.
Good stuff.
Question number 7. An NFL question yet again. What was the nickname for the Minnesota Vikings defensive line from the 1960s and 70s? I think you might find this name to be quite interesting, Noah.
I would agree. I think it's pretty hilarious, and I can't wait until someone guesses this so we can talk about it.
Yes.
Because it is pretty wild.
Yeah.
It is quite insane.
Really insane. So the hint I'll give here, their name pays tribute to the color of the team's uniforms, how great they were on defense, and the name of a hit song from 1958 bearing the same name.
I wonder what it could be.
Minnesota Vikings, if you have an idea of what their jerseys look like, that's already one big clue.
Bird is the word.
Bird is the word.
You know,
like the Family Guy thing?
Like the Family Guy bit. That's not it, is it?
No.
Okay. No. Well, that's okay because it is the Big Jactus with the return. But I think the Big Jactus is the one to beat today.
Yeah.
Because we're quite deep in, and he's a reigning champion today.
Oh, he's got it.
And he says the Purple People Eaters.
The Purple People Eaters. That was the nickname for the Minnesota Vikings defensive line in the 60s and the 70s.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It's like, hey, it's one of the Purple People Eaters.
Apparently, the players didn't actually really like that nickname.
Really?
Yeah,
shocking.
They were just like, oh, we don't really like that, but you know what? All the fans do, so we're just gonna roll with it.
This reminds me of the plastic rats question from last time, where it's just so unbelievable that you just kind of have to believe it.
Exactly.
Also, Sahil Manjoti says, "Hi, bro." So, hi, bro.
Hi, bro.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Shouts out to Sahil.
Bro.
What's up?
Question number 8.
Yes.
It's a racing question. We had a racing one last week. Let's get another racing one here.
Gotta have one.
Which racing team did Michael Schumacher spend the majority of his career with? We have a clip of Michael Schumacher from his first ever win in Formula One. Not with the team, that's the answer here, but a video of him from his first win years ago.
I really can't describe it. I mean, it's something crazy.
Michael Schumacher, a legend in the game of racing, holds the record for most driving championships, most career wins, and most races won in a single season. But the question we're looking for here, which racing team did Schumacher spend the majority of his career with?
And Julian, we have it.
Is it the Big Jactus again?
It's not the Big Jactus.
Is it David Woodley?
It is not David Woodley, our second place champion today. It is actually a new contender. It is Bintang Daffa. I apologize for saying that. Bintang, it is, he says Ferrari.
Yes, Ferrari is the answer to the question. He spent a decade with this team, winning 5 of his 7 championships with Ferrari. So congratulations to you, Bintang, for getting that question. Question number 9. Which sports league will be introducing male cheerleaders to their sidelines as of this season?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all. I actually had heard about this, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I mean, I think that's a really progressive step to take.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, at this point, it's 2018.
You know, it's kind of weird because I think it's cool to see that, okay, you'll have male and female cheerleaders, but I'm also on the side that says we don't really need cheerleaders. I don't know. There's some people who feel like, oh, well, you need them for entertainment. I don't know if we really need cheerleaders in this day and age for sports, for anything.
I mean, you could argue, why do we have the halftime show? You know, because it's fun.
I mean, I understand entertainment. The sports is entertainment. But like cheerleaders? I don't know.
You're not entertained. You're not.
I mean, there are people like, oh man, you gotta love those Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I'm trying to watch the game.
You're like, no, I don't. I don't have to do that. You don't own me.
Question. Do we have the answer for question 9?
We actually do, courtesy of Declan F., who is actually Declan, who actually has participated in the past and one of our champions. Yeah. I don't know why I keep saying champions. And he says the NFL.
Yep, the National Football League, 2 teams from this league will be introducing male cheerleaders to their sideline out of this year. The New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams, those 2 teams will be having male cheerleaders as of this season.
Our very own Chris Mason says, I want Know Your Mojo to have cheerleaders. And to which I reply, anything is possible. I don't know. I mean, perhaps to your chagrin, Julian. Maybe we should avoid that entirely.
Would we have to do the whole thing and have like pom-poms and?
Does that mean we have to be the cheerleaders?
I don't know. Does that mean
us? Am I cheering you on?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, who would be like a good cheerleader here at WatchMojo? You can write all about that in the comments with all the personalities here. Let's get to our final question.
Let's do it.
Baseball question. Texas Rangers pitcher Bartolo Colon, also known as the Big Sexy, became the winningest pitcher born in Latin America this week. How many wins does he have in his career? This guy is still in the league. He's 45 years old, and he is still in the league. And he is regarded as the last Montreal Expo. He is the last active player to have suited up for the Montreal Expos.
That is wild.
Yep.
He's 45. That's 45. Really impressive.
He is very impressive.
You know what, I was just thinking about this actually.
Yes.
I was watching clips from the movie Trainwreck. This seems tangentially related, but I'll get into it.
Sure, okay.
I was watching clips from Trainwreck, which is a very funny movie featuring a supporting role from LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's 33. He's only 33 years old. That is mental to me.
Yeah.
And he's accomplished so much in his time in the NFL, and the NBA. See, my lack of knowledge is showing, but I just thought that's wild. I mean, like, he's 33 and is such an incredible dude, and Bartolo Colon is 45 and is also, you know, the last of an era. It's really wild how young these people are.
So, do we have the answer to this question?
Let's have a look through the comments. Let's see what's going on. We actually do have it, so let's see what some of the guesses were. So
I love hearing the guesses.
Yeah, because I mean, it is quite a lot.
Yeah.
David Woodley says 364, which is unfortunately not it. Ben Tang Daffa says 1,222.
That's
a bit off the mark.
That's no.
That's not enough.
That's disrespectful.
That's not a lot.
Bartolo Colon.
That's it.
4 wins.
Put some respect on his name.
Please.
But we do actually have the correct answer, courtesy of Han Solo Tube HD, who gave one of yesterday's more interesting answers. He says 246.
246. He breaks a tie with legendary pitcher Dennis Martinez, also a former Expo, for the all-time record for wins by a Latin American pitcher. So congratulations to you, Han Solo Tube HD. And that's going to do it for all of our questions. Noah, can you tell the people at home how they can go about winning their prizes and claiming their prizes?
Sure I can, Julian. Basically, the way you do it is all you have to do is email knowyourmojo@watchmojo.com, or you just have a look in the description box below, and it should be there, and we will be in touch with you. Julian.
Easy like Sunday morning. Noah, thank you so much for doing this with me, as always, my man.
Thank you, Julian. A pleasure, as always.
Oh, for sure. And to you all at home, thank you all so much for tuning in to yet another episode of Know Your Mojo Sports Edition. For Noah, I'm Julian, signing off. We'll see you all next time.
Bye. Bye-bye.